This is A-Game. Fast acting, long lasting, with no side effects.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach, and author of The Crimson Cure. And this is my perspective. So what we're talking about today is whether or not social media destroyed the average woman or destroyed our concept of average women. A lot of times we hear on social media about average women, average looking women, and not really being worth anybody's time. Somehow we've gotten it into our heads that average looking women are not worthy of anything. We've classified everything outside of an 8, 9, and 10 as ugly or unattractive, or a woman that you don't necessarily want to deal with. You might just settle for, but this isn't a woman that you were looking for. Or whatever. And we live in a society that celebrates the 8, 9, and 10, but only for her looks. And the woman that doesn't fit that look has a tendency to be overlooked if we believe the narratives within social media. So I'm going to play a little clip that I thought was really interesting, and then we're going to be back with my perspective on the average woman and whether or not social media kills her. All right, so here we go. Let me go ahead and share my screen.
All you blue-collar men out there talking about how you want a bougie lady, but what about us low-maintenance women? I mean, we need love too. Just because I don't get my nails done every 2 weeks or get my hair done every month or go on shopping sprees all the time doesn't mean I can't still look good. And also, too, with low-maintenance women, we work hard. You know, we contribute to the growth and savings. And then every now and then we'll just be bougie together and go do something. Or I'll spend a little something on you, or you'll spend a little something on me. I mean, really, all we want is to come home and get a little loving, cook you a hot meal, rub on you, you rub on us, I'll rub on your head and play with your hair, give you some other kind of head, and then we'll just grow and save together. How are you supposed to save and grow if you're just spending your money on a bougie woman all the time? I mean, what kind of partnership is that? All you blue-collar men out there.
Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing, come back to you. She had a point. She got a point. You know, we have to be careful of what we intake because we're on social media. Those of us who are on social media a lot, we have to be careful what we take in and what we take as the truth, and what kind of narrative we're going with when we talk about all of these topics and subjects. One of the bigger subjects on social media is how women look. Now, there's a balance to be achieved, and there's always a danger when there is no balance, when we think about things in too much of an extreme, because one of the extremes that is often gone to for both the men and the women is not, I'm not even really talking to the men, I'm more so talking to the women, is that if you're not an 8, 9, and 10, then you are not valued, or that you have no value, or that men don't see any value in you. The average woman, the average looking woman, or the woman who is low maintenance, the woman who's not out here trying to portray herself as the bad bee and all of this type of stuff, is presumed, a couple of things are presumed about her. She's presumed to be less physically appealing. She got to be ugly. Not even just average, ugly. And there's a difference, because I think that now social media conflates average with ugly. And I think, unfortunately, that a little bit plays into Kevin Samuels and the average at best woman, because she was below average actually in the looks department. And furthermore, as she began to speak, her internal value was below average, which actually made it worse. And when he said average at best, and then we saw who he was talking about, we automatically conflated that an average looking woman was an ugly woman. And nobody wants an ugly woman. So therefore, nobody wants an average woman. So everybody wants an 8, 9, and 10, and forget the 5, 6, and 7s. So this has led to a couple of things. So average means now ugly and less physically appealing, less intelligent. She's desperate. She gotta be this sort of pick me type or whatever. There's a lot of degenerate type of words to denigrate her and to make her seem less than. My message to the average looking woman is not to fall victim to the specter of the bad B. I know that the 8, 9s, and 10s, the Insta thoughts, the chicks that's running around here, looking a certain way, she's getting BBLs, she's getting all of this external work done, she's getting all of these things done, and it seems like she's got a lot of men eating out of the palm of her hand. And she does have a lot of men eating out of the palm of her hand. But what I need women to understand is that there are 2 types of attention that men give. Men give sexual attention to the fun girl, and they give commitment attention to the good girl, to the average girl. We're actually the ones that low-key get married. We're the ones that's not filing for divorces willy-nilly for no reason. And because you're average, or because you don't look like naturally, you don't look like the Insta thought or whatever, we got a lot of average women trying to pretend to be the 8, 9, and 10. That's where a lot of you are going wrong at. You are seeing the attention that these other women are garnering. You are seeing that, everybody's talking about them for good or for ill. Everybody's got pictures of them. Everybody's drooling over them. She's got a big rack. She's got a big butt. She's got a little waist. Whether she achieved that naturally through workout and diet or under the knife, it doesn't even really matter how she achieved it. As long as it looked good, it looked proportionate, she's gonna get sexual attention. She's going to get sexual attention. I need average women to understand that. If that's not your world and you're not a thought, you're not gonna get that kind of attention. You're not gonna get a lot of men drooling after you. I know you're a woman and you want male attention and yada yada yada, but I'm gonna need you to understand that if you're not in that camp, you're not in that camp. Stop trying to pretend like you're the 8, 9, or 10, because now you're not only trying to get this status or get the attention that you think they're getting, you also are adopting this little stank attitude that they have. The reason why these thoughts of today have the attitude that they have is because they have terrible internal value. Okay, they have terrible personal market value. When we talk about a valuable woman, they've got sexual market value on lock from the standpoint that a lot of men desire them sexually, but every other area of that is in major disrepair, particularly the personal market value, who these women are. A man truly hits pay dirt if he is able to get an 8, 9, 10 outwardly looking woman, a beautiful woman on the outside that actually has her internal values intact. Okay. And that's not to say average women can't be pretty. If you're a 6, you can upgrade to a 7 with a little, as my father called it, a little lip rouge. You'll be okay. Get yourself together with your body. Look as best you can physically. But I need my average women to not feel like you're being made to disappear. Stop trying to pretend that you're in a camp and in a space that you are not in, because the 8s and 9s and 10s are actually problematic. And some men who are more mature actually will admit that. They'll be like, yeah, we like them. They're eye candy. We like dealing with them. We like going places with them, being seen with them, but we don't like wifing them because their attitude is bad. Their mindset is bad. These are not the women typically that are going to support me through anything. This isn't the woman that's going to be wife material. She's not going to be wife material. This woman has set herself up to be for play. And because she's been getting a certain type of attention from men has led her to believe that she doesn't need to, she doesn't need to do anything with her internal value. So all that she is bringing to the table is her looks. This is the other part of it. We live in a society now where women really have relegated themselves down to, I'm only sex, or I'm only pretty to look at. So that puts the average women at a major disadvantage, because all things equal, you don't look as good as these other women. So if you're going to relegate yourself down to, oh, my looks, you're going to suffer because you don't look as good. Okay, the women who are out here being insta thoughts and look good enough to be insta thoughts, okay, that's their lane. A lot of them got a stank attitude. A lot of them are gynocrats. A lot of them got issues. They got daddy issues. They got all type of issues that men don't want to deal with on any type of regular basis. She cool for what she cool for, and then I'm out. I don't actually deal with her because I can't really deal with her. She's not worth dealing with. So here's the thing. Usually what they don't tell you, what we don't hear on social media all that much, is how the average woman is actually being the one that men are choosing. Even the so-called high value man, okay? He's choosing the more average looking woman. And the reason why he's choosing her isn't because she's average looking, but because she's actually a great woman. Her internal values are intact. Her personal market value, her belonging market value, friendship market value, sexual market value, and marriage market value are intact. They on point. So he really don't have no choice but to pick that woman, because the other one that look good but that don't have those qualities, what are you gonna really do with her? You fine, but you about to run my pockets. You fine, but you about to make it, you know what I'm saying? You about to make me go through Hades with gasoline draws on to see my kids. You fine, but you about to have an attitude out of this world. You fine, but you about to be a whole headache. You fine, but you not about to help me reach under my goals. You fine, but you about to deter me and distract me from my whole purpose in life. You fine, but you fine, but you see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that a good woman can't be pretty. What I'm saying is, if you find yourself in a 5, 6, 7 category, there's work that you need to do. You are at a disadvantage if all we're going to bring to the table is looks, because everybody's not created equal. There's some women out here that's just flat fine, and she's going to get a pass for stupid stuff because she's fine. It is what it is. You're not. More is expected of you because you're not fine. So since more is expected of you because you're not fine, because you are low maintenance, because you're not running around here trying to be a bougie bad chick and all this kind of stupid stuff, you're going to have to bring your femininity to the table. You're going to have to prove your mettle. You're going to have to be a good woman. You have to be a great woman. You're going to have to be an exceptional woman. That's what you're going to have to be. Don't get deluded by trying to be a bad bee. Leave that to the thoughts. Leave that to them. Leave the thoughts are in their lane. Leave thoughts to their devices. If you're not one of that number, then you can't be one of that number, and you're not going to get the attention that they get. It's period, point blank. But what you will get is if you're marriage material, you'll get a man worthy, and he'll see this one is marriage material, and I need to bring my A game, okay, to be with this woman. Yeah, the other ones may be prettier, but they don't compare to her. They don't compare to this one. Don't believe all that rhetoric about even the good ones are always getting cheated on and stuff like that. Like, don't let social media devalue you within your own self, is what I'm trying to tell you. If you've got marriage market value, then you got it. And don't let what you see on social media, because all that glitters is not gold. It's a lot of these people out here capping, especially these women. They running around here acting like they boss chicks and can't even pay for dinner. Okay? Like, let's get real. All right? So y'all stop getting caught up. Be who you are. Be the great women that you are. We the ones getting married anyway. All right? All right, so before we sign off, what I want to do is draw everybody's attention, because we still standing on Black Lives Matter organization's necks about this money. So what I need you to do is get into the description box and hit the link for the petition, sign it, share it, contribute if you can. I'd love to get over 2,500 signatures this week so that we can really start putting some pressure. The more attention and the more signatures that a petition has, the more power and force it has behind it. So if you haven't signed it or if you haven't shared it, please do so. Sound off in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.